Hey guys, I'm Dragon LL237 and welcome back to Satisfying Factories, episode, what are we, 10? That's a big number. We're in the double digits. I never thought this would happen. But anyway, getting right into it with our objectives list. So today it's gonna be really busy because I have a lot of things on this objectives list and I don't think we're gonna get to all of them. We might even barely get to half of them. So, our plan is to continue the factory build. And hello, Bean. So, that is, we're going to be working on level 0, which is this up here. And that'll be the steel on this side. And then we need to unlock Caterium, and we need to make the quartz come up to this area as well. So Caterium is in the MAM. Let's see if we can grab one here. So that's this. We don't have any yet, but we need to unlock it because that's the fastest way to get trains, basically. Caterium is basically a better version of copper wire, and I think it's on top of that mountain right there. We just need to go there and grab it. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of me doing stuff, so hopefully I'll have just a clip here and there of me, building in fast motion as per usual. We're back to another Gran Turismo episode. Sorry. It has to be done. It has to be done. But yeah. Anyway, let's get right into it. Okay, guys, and we're back, and we are finished the steel portion. So this is the left side from what we're looking at, but the right side on the blueprints. And we have everything in. You saw like a little snippet that I actually connected very roughly with a splitter, the concrete, and then I connected the iron ore that we have, and the coal, which I actually did need to re-record because I had it going to the wrong station. But anyway, we'll deal with that later. Right now we are out of fuel, but again, that's a later issue. For right now, I need to get this rolling here. I have all the signs in. I didn't actually clip that because that's the most tedious part. But yeah, let us connect it and watch the green lights go. Alright. We got steam going. That's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, what do we have here? We have our foundries, which are producing steel. So this single one is split off a little bit weird. I tried to make the cables make sense. So this small one only connects to this belt right here. So this one is producing the pipes. And then this is actually split off from this main area because math. It was easier to math because this is an even 60, 60, and then 60 goes over to those two. It was just easier to do it that way. Of course, it says plus 1.4. That's coming from this remains as well because this one is underclocked, so it's not producing as much. But anyway, then we're putting the pipes into stators. We haven't hooked up the wires yet, but I will do that eventually as well. We are just sinking a lot of wire right now. We don't really need stators as much as we need the industrial beams, because the industrial beams take these steel beams and concrete and then makes a much better belt, and we need to upgrade our belts desperately. Well, I just need the steel beams in general, to be fair, because I am completely out. I think you probably saw earlier, but these windows, they turn into regular windows because I'm out of steel and I can't do the hexa windows right now. But I needed the windows in there so that then I can finish the wall. But those will be replaced. Don't worry, they're not gonna be different through the whole time. Now, if you notice, there's a lot of empty space here, and what we're actually going to use this space later. We're going to combine some of the space elevator stuff on this floor, and if I need extra room, it will actually go out the front. I'm hoping that I won't need to. I mean, we have space. We are just on top of this plateau here, but we should be fine with the amount of space that we have here. In addition, a lot of the space up here is going to be taken by a manufacturer, and then we will have refineries later on when we get to the oil, which I think is the next phase. I'm pretty sure oil is the next phase, and that requires a lot of refineries and stuff, and they take up 8 meters of height, and each of our floors are Oh wait, no. Rewind. I think they take up 32 meters of height, and right now each floor is 16 meters, so we're just gonna make it the bottom floor and then the floor that it should be on. Because we have the extra space on this floor. We aren't using as much space, which is a little silly. But it's fine. We can make this space useful. Okay, so the next part is working on this section of the factory, but this section's going to be a little bit more difficult for two reasons. One, we need to find Caterium, first and foremost. So I pointed out earlier, I think Caterium is right on top of that little plateau mountain thing. But then we also need to fix our quartz. But we have an issue. So I have 3 stations here for the truck, which is fine. But we need to import 6 different items, and so, 2 items, 2 items, 2 items. But we don't have the means to separate them yet, and right now we're just doing the coal. Which is great, because you know how we have back at our forest, how we put all of the quartz stuff in with the steel stuff when we were doing that temporarily? We can just do that again, and we can just stuff all of the quartz ore in with the coal ore. However, we'll need to separate it when it gets here. And again, we don't have the means to do that. So we're gonna have to figure out how to do that. In the interim, I think for now, I will just put Caterium in that far one, quartz in this middle one, and coal in this closer one, just temporarily, until I can get the splitter that will work, which I think is like phase 5, and we're gonna be starting phase 4. So that's not gonna be great, but we'll figure it out. If I am correct, I believe we do have some extra tiers to go through in our hub. Okay, I just built it real quick. So yeah, we have some extra things to do. Okay, so these are our next conveyors. So these conveyors use the industrial beams. And yeah, 270 resources, which is so much better. And that'll help us a lot. But, everything else is kind of meh. I personally don't like the blueprint designer. I mean, I've not even used it, but, when I looked at it, it looked way too complicated. But at the same time, like, it wouldn't really be useful for what I like to do, so I do like hypertubes, though. We do want those because, as I said, we do have an elevator that's supposed to be at the front of our building. So when we unlock that, which I'm guessing is probably going to be next episode, then we will be able to actually work on our front lobby, which will be fun. For now, though, it's just back to the grind. So yeah, I am going to get working on the lull. Level 0 on the left side of the factory. And then, hopefully, that won't take too long. And I'll come back and we will hook up our Caterium. Well, actually, find the Caterium first, I guess. Hook up the quartz and go through the MAM. And that'll probably be it. So yeah, I missed. Of course I missed. Let's, speed build time. Onwards. While I'm down here, I do just want to point out that our 8 coal plants here is not enough. It's already not enough. So we're actually gonna have to come back to this next episode and ramp up our production. We have enough coal to add 8 more. We just need to add some more water. But I'm thinking we might actually just want to remake it all, because now we have fresh unlocks, and we can just do it a lot better. So stay tuned for next episode when I figure out how to do that. Okay, I'm back. So there's our factory, and I just traveled here along our road, and I climbed on top of this mountain, and I found the Caterium. So here we go. We are actually going to start this right away. We're going to build our MAM, our R&D desk, and let's get to discovering here.
New technologies can be developed based on this new, superconductive, gold-like element, primarily in power and electronics. A new research tree can now be accessed in the MAM.
So yeah, there we go. I'm just collecting a little bit more here. Should be good enough. So now we unlocked it. Here we go. 0%. We can finally upgrade. And now we get our ingots, and then that makes quick wire, which updates products in the awesome shop. It gets us the zipline, which is amazing. I think it's underrated. Most people, I think, don't like the zipline because they don't really know how to use it. It is amazing when paired with a jetpack, which we'll get in the next phase here. But yeah, I'm just gonna unlock these real quick, and shouldn't be that hard. I mean, how much quickwire does this need? Oh, it doesn't even, it needs 50 ingots. So I'll just be here with the little miner things going on in the background, and I'll jump ahead and unlock these. And I might actually grab the zipline as well, because those are awesome. And I'll be right back when I put those, ready to put those in the MAM here. Okay, so I think they have, yep, they just completed their jobs. And let's open it up. So we need to activate the ingot. Ta-da! Okay, perfect, perfect. So now I set up a little smelter here, Caterium, and it's automatically going straight in. We're gonna pump them in here, get them in, and make up our ingots. So these are a little different. So most of the ore is a 1-to-1. One ore produces 1 ingot. These are different. They take 3 ore for 1 ingot. So it'll be a little bit more Caterium. That's why I set up so many little miners here. But this should be enough for what we're doing, because we only need, what is it, like 50? Yeah, 50. Um, and I think the quick wire, like, does the opposite, where it's like one ingot gives like 3 wires, so then it kind of converts back, so it should be good. But yeah, I'll hop back when I got all of these done. Again, shouldn't be too long. It'll just, waiting for it to smelt because I don't feel like crafting it all manually. Um, yeah, but while I have you here, I will say I'm sorry for the short episode today. Um, I've been doing a lot of personal stuff. You may have noticed if you are in the real times here that I've been streaming. Um, I've been involved in competitive TF2 recently, so getting back into that video game, that's an old one. And it's been real fun, but I also got a new job, and I start next week, so videos will slowly, possibly slow down, because of that. Not because of TF2. That's just, another thing that's on the side, but, the these videos are gonna start becoming more and more complicated because, as our list continues of things to do, they get more and more complicated, and I don't want to spend the entire episode just in fast build mode. Like, that's not fun. I want to get stuff done and then show you what I did, for the most part, and explain you what it does ish. Um, but I will have less and less time to do that, so videos might go a little slower. So I apologize in advance if that is the unfortunate case. It should hopefully only affect 1 week, so I will be 1 week late. Otherwise, if you're in the future, disregard everything that I've said. Hopefully everything should be fine. We're fine. But yeah, that's just a little side thing. If you don't know and you want to know, my profession is actually in the finance world, so I work in a corporate office. So I work a 9 to 5 job. That's just why I will have less time to play games, but you know what? That just means when I come home at the end of the day, you know what I really want to do? Play video games. So, yeah. Alright, let's speed this up here, because this is taking way too long. Okay, we've reached 100. Fantastic. That's what I was waiting for, and now we can go back to the R&D desk. And let us learn how to make quick wire, get some upgrades in our shop. I don't even know what the upgrades in the shop is, but now we can make the zipline and get the unlock, which should open up our tree. I think down this line is like lights and light control. I think that's what is in the shop. Oh, I do have screws. Maybe I can figure that out right now, while everything's still cooking here. Ta-da! Okay. Yes, correct. The lights and stuff are now unlocked. Because these take quick wire to make. I don't know how you get LED out of a wire, but sure. Technology, I guess. I guess you need the wires to make it, but you gotta keep. I don't know. I don't do that stuff. I do finance. Anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna set up an extra thing to craft up some quick wire, and we'll get on that. should be enough. I made extra, and of course these guys are also running extra, so should be more than enough to do what I want to. I will cut back in when we have the wire. Ta-da! Okay, we got 200. So now we can go back here, do that little research. Ah, yes. Okay, so these are important because this is the next step in our tiers. And AI limiters are also important. So these get you started on computers, and further down the line, I feel like it's a little strange, this game, because you have to unlock these things in order to continue with the phases. But look at this. This is what we want. This is what we want, and I think down here is also what we want. This is the smart splitter, and this is super smart splitter. We need these. These are essential to our big factory plans. That's why I want to unlock these as soon as we can. We're not gonna be able to, unfortunately, do these in the factory before we need these. We need to do these as soon as we possibly can. I actually will probably be able to do that now since we have the copper on us to make the AI limiters, I believe. Because I believe it just is that recipe to make AI limiters. Anyway, let's make the zipline. So, Power Pole Mark IIs are pretty useful, but I mean, if you have good enough cable management, it doesn't matter. All the next level power poles do is it lets you connect more cables to one connection, one pole, which is nice. The tier goes from 4 to 7 and then to 10. So it's a good upgrade, but you know, if you can deal with 4, then I think you got some pretty good cable management. I try to do basically 1 or 2 machines per one pole, because then you can have like the one connection in and the connection out, with the 4 connections, and that's all that you need. But you know, there are instances where you need it. Anyway, I think I should be able to make this now. This has been running long enough. Yes, look at that. Let us do this right away. Perfect. So now we should be able to make the AI limiters. Definitely not going to be able to make the supercomputers, but that is a programmable splitter. So that's the super smart splitter that I've been speaking of. This is amazing because this one lets you separate exactly what items go to what belt, like in the multiples. This one is awesome because it lets you separate one item per belt, which is also desperately need. So we are going to unlock this, and then we're going to end up the episode because, again, unfortunately it's going to be a little bit of a shorter episode today. But, it's 'cause I'm busy. Oh, I can only make 8. Let's change that, shall we? 14. That's better. There we go. Just some manually crafting it up. So the smart splitters will actually use AI limiters in order to craft them, like, into the world. not just through the research desk. So we will probably be crafting manually up here for fixing up our factory. But because next episode is already going to be a fixer-up episode anyway, because we got to work on the power plant and a couple other stuff, then might as well just make it the theme. Fixer-up. Yes, this is a big moment.
New
My
building
life
unlocked.
already feels easier. That's going to be it for today, for this episode. If you made it to the end, then thanks. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. And, yeah. Bye! Maybe leave a like too. Just, for the driving boys.